It's a ratio over here.
I think I will never understand Twitter, and I think I'm okay with that.
Send you guys a link. Did you see Kawhi called, or when they asked Kawhi if he saw his what they were talking about on his dunk all across social media? He's like, "Oh, I'm not really on the web like that."
The web? Not the web.
People don't say the web no more. It's just the internet. Kevin.
I get to interview Bobby Brown and Shaka Khan together.
Oh wow.
It's so funny.
Postered him, man.
Oh man.
Go to the bathroom real quick. It is hot. It got hot quick.
Man. I didn't get the linky, Josh.
It's in our emails.
Woo!
What?
Just saw my Spreadshirt earnings for this month.
Congratulations. Yeah, it's in your email. Oh, my shorts. Beep, 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 doo, dee, doo.
Bow, bow, bow.
Why?
This is how I'm gonna do this next episode. And do it like this.
Why is my thing not redoing?
I had so many errands I wanted to do. I can't do
There
them.
it is.
I need to get to my kids' school today.
Well, Marcus had me cracking up saying he's not doing that. I ain't doing it.
Ain't doing what?
Nothing for the kids. That's extra.
Oh, I thought you said little Marcus.
I know, big.
Marcus. Oh,
Not BM.
he's no. Yeah, he's probably not kidding. Which sucks if my kids don't do well in school because of his lackadaisical parenting. He will never hear the end of it.
I don't know if I want to title this Kevin Hart had time today or hospital worker used dead person's thing.
I don't know, sir.
I'll use hospital worker.
Bum, 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 bum. Did she ever respond? She makes me so mad when she doesn't. She makes me so mad. So angry. Work.
All right, tied hour.
All day.
What?
My phone's been glitching. I can't click on nothing. Why are you walking like that, silly?
Oh.
Hi, guys. I don't even know where I'm at. Black like we never left. I am so sleepy. Y'all, I don't even know if the mic's on. Can y'all hear me? Hi. Okay, y'all can. I've had like 2.5, 3 hours of sleep. And Tuesday is not the day for that to happen. On Tuesday is my long day. So after this podcast, I have to go do Rose Bricks. But did I get to finish The Bachelorette? No. So I got to watch that on the way home. Then me and Marcus have... Is this going to cause an argument? I have to send in this brand deal for Cricket that I couldn't finish because the internet was down at my house. Spectrum. And then I need to drop my son's laptops off to their schools and check my P.O. box because I think I have another brand deal thing sitting in there. My assistant will be at my house. Well, nanny/assistant will be at my house at 11. And I need to tell her what to do. God dang it. Big Marcus is probably still asleep.
Big Marcus. That's what they call him.
That's what they call him. Tank probably still asleep because he was up helping me with that brand deal. And then tomorrow, I work all day. So I got to figure out where I'm going to get that nap in today. We ready?
I'm ready. And 5, 4, 3. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage. She's
that chick Angel.
Welcome to another bonus episode. Smash that like button, smash that notification button. Watch this on the Patreon or on the app. Appreciate your support. We're getting right to it today. In Women Are Trash news, police, hospital worker used dead patient's bank card to buy snacks from a vending machine. This was in Birmingham, England, which is, bless the English people, one of the worst stand-up comedy shows I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
All
Why?
the people at Birmingham did not want to laugh.
They don't like to laugh. Maybe it's their teeth.
No, that's the white British people. The black people had good
They
good
got
teeth.
pretty teeth.
Black
I
people over there
don't. I
had
don't
good
know. I don't know a lot of English people, so
The
I'm
black
not
people
trying
in
to be
Birmingham
mean.
with great teeth. They just did not feel like laughing. Love you, love you. Won't be coming back.
Oh no!
Hospital worker on a COVID-19 ward used a dead patient's bank card to buy snacks from a vending machine. Aisha Basharat, she's not black. She looks like she's of Middle Eastern descent. 23 years old, took an 83-year-old woman's card after she passed away at the Heartlands Hospital earlier this year and used it to buy chips, candy, and sodas. Just 17 minutes after the woman was pronounced dead. They say she took her card and made 6 purchases from the machine. The card was later canceled and police arrested Basharat at the hospital. She allegedly told investigators that she found the card on the floor and got it muddled up with her own card when paying. She was admitted to theft charges and was sentenced to 5 months in jail.
No, that's a lot.
5 months in jail over snacks.
Over some Doritos.
This lady is going to meet Jesus. And while she's on her way, I'm going to get some Reese's.
Because the woman don't need it no more. I wouldn't have
even
been mad. I would not have even been mad. $17.
You wouldn't?
No. $17, give back the money. And if there's any overdraft fees, you put that in there too, just in case the woman was broke on the way out. And then maybe get her fired. But I'd be like, you ain't got to go to jail for all that.
There's no snack on earth worth 5 months in prison.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, while I don't believe her story of, I just got muddled up, but I also kind of believe her story because if I'm going to steal a card, I'm not going to then use it at my place of work.
I mean, that's
the only reason why I'm like,
you're logical, Angel. Who knows how hungry she was?
This can't be the first woman to die while she been working.
That's true. This sounds like a great Snickers commercial.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Maybe her blood sugar was low. She was like, oh, God, I need some Funyuns. I can't think straight.
Hungry? Why wait for this person to be sent off to the morgue? Get us
Right.
stickers with her debit card. It's going to jail worthy good.
I'm telling you, I don't believe her, then I partially believe her because I've had my card cloned a couple of times, and when they were cloning my card, they were living it up lavishly in New York. They were like, "Did you go to the spa?" No, I've been here with these kids. They named some nice restaurant where they spent some money. I was like, absolutely not. So like somebody just getting some chips and stuff, I'd be like, girl, give me that money back.
Now, let me tell you what. I ain't going to hold you. I wouldn't steal somebody's dead debit card for no chips. But for a good oxtail, rice and peas.
Rice and peas.
Ah, man, listen. There's few things on God's green earth better than oxtail done right. I thank God for Jamaican people every day.
They do be putting the spices and seasonings all together, all nice.
It's a good price too.
Oh, good. Me and Melissa had jerk chicken in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. And it made me realize that was my first time having it. Because I had Americanized jerk chicken. At that time, I hadn't been to any authentic Jamaican restaurants.
Oh, okay.
I just had like Bahama Breeze, stuff like that.
Oh.
Where the jerk chicken is always like a sauce. And in Ocho Rios, it was a complete dry rub.
Yes.
And I knew they was right because they served it on a piece of white bread. And I said, oh, maybe that's going to be different. A little, like they have the little fruit stands here. It was like a stand that big. When I tell you that chicken died so that I may have life and life more abundantly.
Oh, amen.
Oh, I think often about that. There's two food experiences that I've had in my life that I think about often. The Jamaican jerk chicken in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. And when we were in Ensenada, we had a little Mexican cart, same size.
You like to eat from carts.
Bruh. They had some oysters, some sort of oyster situation, char grilled oyster. Actually, 3 thing. Now I think about it. Actually 4 if you really want to
No,
go.
I think you just like food.
The char grilled oysters in Ensenada, Mexico. Some cart I could never find it again if I wanted to. Another time I had some char grilled oysters in New Orleans. That was amazing. Del Frisco's in Charlotte, North Carolina. They had just the steak. Everything was great. Steak was great. The butter cake was great.
I mean, Josh came out moaning hard with that one. Was it good,
Put me in a
Joshy?
place, man. Hold on real quick. We'll come back in about 5.
He's like, I don't have. You know what? The only thing I can think of off the top of my head was when me and Marcus went to St. Thomas and we were getting these fried chicken sandwiches. First of all, these must have been prehistoric chickens because the breast on these babies was, and they were juicy. Chicken breasts can easily get dried out. They were juicy all the way through, and the breasts were like this thick.
That was them Church's chicken breasts.
They're
like, where y'all getting y'all chicken from? It'd be so much bigger than everybody else.
I'm telling you,
pumped in there, man.
Big GMO energy.
These were CrossFit chickens. You hear me? We went back at least 3 times and kept getting them chicken sandwiches at this restaurant. That's probably the only thing I can think of.
Charles Moore said Josh started moaning like he's on Clubhouse.
Yes, he's moaning for food.
Men need to moan in the bedroom. Let her know that thing is doing what it's supposed to do.
I don't know.
Nah, man. Not grunting. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You talk about something turning into a sandbox. Don't you do it.
Sometimes it's like a beer,
No. It's going to be like, nope. Don't want
We
it.
build sandcastles.
That's exactly. I'd be like, that is what's
Why?
happening.
Let Big Marcus express himself.
Not like that.
Why would that turn you off?
Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You and
I
your
wish they
weakness.
served jerk chicken at baseball games. I feel like it would pair nice with a beer next to it.
Yes,
Oh
a
man,
beer.
I done forgot about
Let's
this.
tell the story.
I was on blast last episode, Cam. You're definitely in the hot seat
so
now.
glad that you brought this up, Josh. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Josh is
yeah.
he's a great man. Kevin, on
There
the other
it is.
hand, he is out here. You know, when they used to do those after school specials about the people trying to sell drugs to your kids, or those people trying to get your kids into gangs. they were talking about Kev. Kev is those people that are trying to get your kids into gangs and on drugs. There was this little baby of a boy. Little Wahite boy. Little Wahite
No,
had
he
his
was
school
not.
ID clipped to his
I
shirt.
thought he worked for the op. I thought he would have worked for the police department.
This baby looked like he was in 7th, 8th grade.
You are lying.
If he told me that he was in the 8th grade, I'd been like, yeah.
She is exaggerating.
Yeah, a little peach fuzz.
She is exaggerating.
9th grade, he couldn't pass for 9th grade, Kevin.
He was
look
at
like
least
Zay.
20 years old
He might have
25.
been, but what could he pass for?
for 27.
Oh my God, no. So somehow, well, first of all, Kev is going to get us mugged. I know, I rebuke that.
Amen.
I rebuke the
Yeah,
spirit
hold
that
on.
Kev wants to get us mugged.
Yes, let's get
'Cause
that off the table.
Kev loves to pull out just wads of money.
Oh
just.
my, enough, Kev.
He's
That's
just
not
like,
true.
this is all hundreds.
That's true.
I want a hot dog. It's $3. Okay,
You
let
have
me find.
change.
Let me find.
You-
I mean,
Angel
just.
just lies so proficiently.
So first of all, I'm dealing with that because I'm like, what is going on
Man, his
right
wall
now?
looks like a pocket Bible, man. We can't even.
He's just pulling out, just like he just came from stripping. He's just pulling out wads of cash.
throw that thing, Kev.
Right, just throwing. And so the dude is like, Kevin already drank a nasty beer. And so I'm like, why is he getting another beer?
I wanted to have the whole baseball experience.
So he gets a beer for Josh.
Oh no,
think-
I took care of myself.
Oh, he
It
took
was
care.
for
Okay,
Tahir.
he got it for Tahir, and then I see Kev getting another beer, and I was like, why is he getting another beer? He doesn't like beer, and he goes and he hands it to this baby.
Hold on. Set the preface of the conversation.
Can I tell
before,
any
okay?
part of the
Yeah.
truth?
Yeah, no, kid.
So this
There
25-year-old,
was a whole dialogue between. He was obviously not 25 years old.
he's
Yes.
25 years old. He turns to me when the beer man's coming.
Because this is what white boys do. They
And-
turn to black men and say, what?
Oh,
He said, "Yo, I don't have any cash. Can I Venmo you $20 to grab me a beer?" I'm like,
Because that is what every white male, adult male does to
Venmo you,
a
yeah.
black dude he doesn't know. Please go ahead.
so I'm like, sure, grown adult. I don't mind. And matter of fact, because I don't want you to have my Venmo, don't worry about it. I'll buy it for you.
So
Okay, I don't even really look too much
you don't.
to the man.
Let me
the
tell you.
adult male.
big
I don't.
spender.
And the reason
I
why
got
the
a 20 anyway.
The
All this
reason
over
why
a
the
Bud
boy,
Light, too.
the reason why
Oh.
this boy knew it would work, because he was like, only a gullible person would pull $5,000 out at a baseball game for a $3 hot dog, right?
in ones.
So of course, this man who's not trying to lose his job, he's working his job. This old man, he's 65, probably trying to pay for his second mortgage. He's not trying to lose his job. So Kev takes the beer and he's like, "Here, baby," and hands it to the little boy. And the man was like, "Can I see some ID?"
And I thought he was talking to me. I was like, sure, but I just bought a beer from
Right.
you.
Let me
But
sift through this Bible.
and the boy was like, "I'm not 21."
no, he didn't even say it immediately. He's like, "Can I see some ID?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "No, his." Because I'm like, this is how dumb I am. I'm like, "Here's the beer."
Right,
And I
Kev-
don't even really look.
Kev is like, "Baby, here, open mouth. Let me give it to you."
So the
bottle."
guy's like, "Can I see some ID?" And the guy's like, "Ah." And I'm like, "Man, show me your ID, adult male."
He's like,
And he's like, "I'm not 21." And I'm like,
Kev,
"You tricked me."
with all of his money. How did you? I didn't know. How? How did I not know? And we're looking at him because we didn't know this. I didn't know this conversation
I heard
happened.
the whole thing happening, and once he started talking to you, I was like, I don't like this.
So Kev's trying to commit all type of misdemeanors, buying liquor for underage kids like an after school special.
Once I heard him say, "I'm not 21," I was like, oh.
So he's like, after he's denied, the dude, the 25-year-old looking child was like, "Come back in a month and I'll buy you a beer." And I was like, you won't be getting me in terms of crimes, young man.
Come back in a month and he'll buy you a beer. He'll still only be 17. When I tell you this boy could have been a mentor or junior counselor at my son's camp this year. Junior
That was
counselor.
LM. You bought a beer for LM.
This But he said, I shouldn't have shaved. What? Your armpit hair? Because there clearly is no hair growing on your face.
Somebody in Patreon said, "Sweet summer child."
Yes.
I'm not paying. I'm not expecting people to scam me. You guys know I got scammed out of the New York Knicks tickets. I'm just a nice person.
I promise
People
you.
look at me and they see a lollipop.
Kev
This idiot will do it.
Kev needs a handler.
Kev said, "I'll buy you a cold one." I was
Yes.
like, Lord.
I promise you, Kev needs a handler. He needs a handler on tour because he does not do well. This is how young this boy looked.
He did.
You know
not.
how much we pick on Josh about how young he looks. Josh looked like this boy's elder. Josh could have taught him in an elementary school. That's the age gap between the two.
He looked 25.
He looked like Macaulay Culkin.
He
And,
Yes. Ah, that is what he looked
Bare
like.
face.
Tika said Kevin's just a pure-hearted country boy in the big city.
Yes. Well, listen, and Maria said, I got to watch him. I be trying, and it's too much happening at once. It's too much. The money was already bad enough because he would not stop pulling out all this
I
money.
didn't have my purse with me.
Then I noticed, I said, when we were walking, that's why Greg asked you where your purse was. I said, Greg, where's Kevin's purse?
And my sweatpants didn't zip up, so the money was falling out of my
Then
pocket.
you carry your purse. If you're
But I didn't
going
wanna
to
get my
be a
bag
part
in
of this
there.
lifestyle, you can't just be opting out of it, or you move to a fanny pack. See,
I did put a fanny pack in my. I actually went and put a fanny pack in my suitcase now because I need versatility.
yes, you need
a day
it.
bag.
I need a day bag. I can't have that thing the whole time.
But that is what I learned about you. Kev learned that I'm a worrier.
Oh,
and I
boy.
learned that Kevin needs a
Angel
handler.
be worrying.
I got to. These boys are not taking care of themselves.
Angel, Kev, did you sleep
not
all right? How's your shoulder? We was in the gym. How's your?
He's a jerk.
How's your?
I will never show true concern for this man ever again.
He played you?
Oh, hard.
Oh,
Hard. Kevin be talking about he wants a true friendship.
I
he wants
do.
a friendship, and I am a good friend.
Great friend. People have said that about you.
That will be on my tombstone. She was an amazing friend. Automatically. We're in the gym. Kev is in his Megan Thee Stallion thong.
Oh, big thought shorts. Listen, it's a thigh meat summer for men. I got the Nike shorts have the draws built into them. So I can thought to my premium thoughtness. Oh yeah, Josh. And I went down to Dick's Sporting. I went down to Dick's Sporting Goods and I got 3-4 more pairs.
Why?
Because I want thigh meat. So I even put lotion on when I went down to the gym.
Oh!
I said, y'all gonna see this thigh meat. You hear me?
So I was like, we're both done with the treadmill and we're lifting weights, right? And Kev is on the thing doing shoulder press, right?
No, you got a bad. Why are you doing shoulder?
I
press?
gotta get it stronger,
You
Joshua.
can do other workouts to work other muscles around your shoulder. Just
My
strengthen your
physical
shoulder.
therapist said I need to do this.
So actually, he's doing chest press. Still, I was like, hey, I turned around. I said, is your shoulder gonna be okay doing that? And he's like, yeah, I'll be fine. I was like, okay. He was like, laughing me off because I'm just old Angel. It'll be fine. So I'm getting ready to be done. And I don't have on my headphones because I was waiting for Delta to call me back so that I could get Josh. And
This girl had a plan.
I was like, I ain't gonna work out with music because I got to make sure they call me back. So I can hear everything. All of a sudden I hear, I stop in my tracks and I turn around and I have a look of disgust and shock because I'm disgusted that he didn't listen. And I'm in shock because I'm like, is he hurt? And then once he notices that I'm looking at him, he then smiles and laughs. He's like, I wasn't going to do it, but then I had to do it.
I was holding my arm. I was like,
Was this before you tried to buy the minor alcohol?
Was this the same day? I don't remember. Kev does so many things that are just despicable. It's hard to keep them in order.
despicable me.
Despicable.
Speaking of Kev, Kevin Hart had time today as we were in our little blackout. He felt away today. I don't know what prompted it. Let me find these tweets. Nope, that's Kevin Hart.
If Kevin gets hit by a bus, I'm not going to believe him if he says he's hurt.
Angel.
I'm going to be like, you all right, you just playing.
I would never get hit by a bus on purpose.
Oh, I know. He doesn't go near buses.
So Kevin Hart tweeted 2 hours ago. He was upset.
Tell him.
Sometimes you just got to sit back and laugh at some of the you hear, and I hear it all. Mm-hmm. He then went on to say, I got time today. He's not that funny slander is the best. This is for you. I have three stand-up comedy specials that fall in the top 10 of highest grossing comedy specials of all time. 2 of my specials are in the top 3 of all time. I have been the highest grossing comedian in entertainment for years now. I have also been the highest grossing comedian in box office with over $4 billion in earnings. I've also turned my comedic talent into a place of business and branding and radio and other revenue streams. The hate/slander fuels me to do more. You guys will make this business fun because it's not about getting to the top. It's about doing your best to stay on top after you get there. I rarely talk, but I felt the need to today. Stop believing these headlines and read the actual articles. You guys fall for the banana and the tailpipe trick every time. J. Cole said it best. If you're laughing at the millionaire, the joke's on you. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Live, love, and laugh. And then his next tweet is promotion of his radio show. And the tweet prior to that was about his new movie, Fatherhood, which is coming out on Netflix on June 18th, which is Father's Day. Is Father's Day this Sunday?
Yes.
Father's Day just gets no love. Oh, it's Friday, actually. But Father's Day is Sunday. Is Father's Day Sunday?
Yes.
Yes, Kevin.
Nobody cares about Father's Day.
Yes, I already got my husband his Father's Day gift. And it was a grip.
Was it? Mm-hmm. You big spender, Angel.
I take care of my baby.
You do. So here's the thing that I want to say as a comedian. Actually, as a person.
Please, I can't wait to hear.
Whose star is rising. I have had to let go of the thought that everyone will love me. Mm-hmm. It began last summer. Around this time, I was getting dragged. Mm-hmm. And people were creating gossip, not creating, but some people actually created either gossip channels or gossip content that had my name in big, bold letters.
Speak on it, Kevin.
This was new to me. I said, my personal life is the subject of YouTube videos?
Oh,
I
no.
really was like, this is
new territory.
This is new territory for me. For me, Kevin.
Yes.
And them things was getting views. I was up in there.
Yeah, you were.
I was reading. I was watching. I was actually impressed at how far people will be from the truth, but how sure they are of it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, y'all just, literally say anything.
Yeah.
And you got no proof. You've got nothing. You literally just think something is true, therefore it is. And people in the comments believe it. Guess what? I'm actually no different. Think about Sierra back in the day. Remember the rumor Sierra was a hermaphrodite?
I remember when that was a word people used. I
had not even heard of what that was. And the crazy thing about that rumor, you was in Lexington, I was in Washington. It was like somehow this is before social media or the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody just was like, I don't know that everybody believed it, but everybody our age who was black had heard that.
We had heard
right?
it.
No, where did it come from? Right? And I'm not even saying I'm immune to that. I read the internet, I see drama and gossip, and I'm like, ooh, what happened? Who said that? That? I was not used to me being the subject of said drama.
That
continues. Since last summer, it's continued. And I ain't gonna hold you, Angel. Honest friend to honest friend. It knocked me off my square a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm
that's
so
understandable.
used to when the best time for me of Kev on stage was Periscope. I could have a family meeting on Periscope with the 95. It was 200 people, usually tops. I could say, y'all, I'm about to tell y'all something, and I'm going to delete this Periscope after. And if this ever get leaked, I know I can't do this. Never got leaked.
Wow.
I could talk crazy, man. On them Periscope days, I could say whatever I wanted. I learned a hard lesson last summer. When someone took something from the Patreon and leaked it down to the alley, I said, I was broke. I was heartbroken.
I'm so sorry.
And this summer, I found out people are in the Patreon just to get the tea. So I can't even be as honest. Well, I learned last year I can't be fully honest with the Patreon because some people are literally paying for Patreon, just to get access to create content for their gossip
Come
blog.
on, somebody.
So I was really struggling for a minute there. And Angel, she was sick of hearing it on the road. She was like, I want y'all to shut up.
No,
I'm a strong black woman. I got kids to feed. Y'all in here talking about this, and I'm done with it. It's okay, Angel.
It wasn't. I was tired of it only because it is hard to watch your friends allow people who should not have any power in their life having an effect on their life.
I actually get that.
That's the only thing.
This is the issue, right? This is like one thing I liked about Star Wars. I don't remember which one. The Kylo Ren saga. I don't know what this last part was called. It was showing Darth Vader goes from Anakin, and when you see him again, he's Darth Vader. You don't see the process.
Yeah.
This is a new thing for me, right? So it's happening in real time. I really got knocked off my square. I'm gonna tell you what got me back on my mind. Somebody emailed me and was like, yo, I was diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of this year.
Yes, she did.
And I kept your Patreon, Angel's Patreon, Tony and Tahir's, and I kept the app because I knew I needed to be uplifted. And you guys brought me joy. I'm doing better, feeling better. And you guys were a part of my struggle. You were the place I knew I could go to get laughter. And that helped. And every time I get off my square, somehow God sends me a reminder of what my true purpose is.
Yeah.
And the combination of her email and the shows in Boston, like when the people come out and support you and you sell out and I don't have no feeling like the people in Lexington, Tacoma, Boston, Salt Lake City, they don't care about none of that.
None of it.
And the majority of my audience, right? The majority of my audience is blissfully unaware of this stuff. And YouTube be playing you though, because I search my own name not to look for gossip. But when I'm on Kev on Stage Studios YouTube and I'm checking to make sure a video uploaded correctly, I search Kev on Stage to go to my channel. And then it doggone shows me these other things. So guess what I do? Find a gossip channel that covers me. I block them and I tell YouTube do not recommend from both of my channels. Because I found that it's better for you to create your content in the absence of me.
Yes.
Because I will read it and then I'll be pissed and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you don't want that for yourself.
I don't want that for myself. And I have now accepted that people, I never thought about, let me back up. And I know I'm talking a lot.
No, get it off your
I'm
chest,
getting it off my chest.
Kevin. I'm
Take your
here for
time,
this.
too.
I
Okay,
never
you
actually
wait.
chased,
Take your
I
time.
never wanted to be famous, right? I just wanted to be an entertainer. What I had to accept now is this comes with the territory. A lot of athletes, they love playing the sport. They don't love dealing with the media. They don't love dealing with, a lot of people who make movies they don't love the critics. They don't love the press junkets. But no job is 100% things you love, right? So this is a part that I never, in my dreams of making movies, I never thought about the negativity of people disliking you, making up stuff. And boy, the rumors they just be so like, and it's no matter what my character is, what I've done, how I've helped people, when people want to believe something, they just will. So hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all 2 tweets that really kind of got me together. It was Tim Chantarangsu and it was
I can say his name now.
I think it's Francesca.
I was saying it like Lexington, Kentucky before. Tentati. You know, just a word for the wise while you're looking for that.
Okay.
Because as Kevin says, we're all affected by what we hear out in the universe. And sometimes it's hard to know what to believe. But that is the reason why I always say, I'm going to lean towards who you show me to be. And also, if you don't know something, especially when it comes to an industry, choose to believe you don't know how the industry works.
What do you mean?
There was one rumor going around that was so outlandish, but people chose to believe, or some chose to even be swayed by it. But if they even knew how this industry worked, they would see that they were believing in unicorns. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, to believe that, I think because sometimes you don't acknowledge how famous you are. However, it's in a genre that you are famous. Then when you move over to this other genre,
yes,
Kevin is like possibly someone else just walking down the street.
Literally no one. Traditional Hollywood, I am literally a nobody.
Traditional.
Angel is 7,000 times more popular and known in
from
tradition.
ER alone.
Just off of that. But literally, not even joking, Angel knows casting directors, agents, actors.
There is a difference between me and Kev in traditional Hollywood.
Absolutely.
And this is not to say that Kev's work does not give him some cachet, but it doesn't give him the type of cachet people think it would in traditional Hollywood when you're dealing with these multi-billion dollar conglomerates.
Absolutely.
And so when you hear people say things like, he has the power to do this or to say this or to say that, it's just like, wait, no.
Absolutely. And listen,
don't
Shamir,
understand?
said this, and this is true as well.
Go ahead.
Well, you do know Kev is reaping what he sows. Can't have a gossip podcast and not come back to him. 1,000%. No. We cover all kind of stories. Some we think are true at the time we cover them. And I really had to sit here and say, the same way we cover Chrissy Teigen and her old tweets, if my old tweets surface, someone else is going to cover mine. I'm just saying I wasn't ready for it nor used to it. So what I prepared myself for, there's 3 things, and we'll move on. Francesca Ramsey said, resist the urge to explain yourself to someone who's committed to misunderstanding you.
Amen.
Tim said, it's actually mad scary how anybody can make up anything on the internet and everybody will believe it and blindly spread false information. And my good friend, Jonathan McReynolds, Johnny Mac, Grammy Award winner, Johnny Mac said, people love to bring you down to size when you're not even the one who made yourself that big.
Yeah, he did say it. He did say that because I thought that was really, really good. But yeah, no, we definitely on here. We talk, we speculate and all that stuff, but we also know we're speculating.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it's sometimes, I would say watching my friends having to like try to dodge arrows being shot at them is because I think people go from speculating to believing something to be fact that is so far from fact.
So far from the truth. And here's what I have decided in my heart of hearts and my mind of minds. If you know me, I've never in my life ever went out of my way to punish someone to the point where I'm going to get in the way of your bag.
Yes.
Even back when I worked at the bank, prior to even being an internet personality, when there was money to be made at the expense of customers, I was like, I'm not cool with taking advantage of people for money. I still live in this city. I can't look myself in the mirror and say, I tricked you into this refinance mortgage. And even if your credit is the only thing that took a hit.
Yeah.
I can't do a credit hit or sell you on some product that you're not sure about just to increase my bonus. Because that affects your real life.
Right.
In the industry, I'm never going to get in the way because that's what white men do.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein, on the top of all the other stuff he did, and Les Moonves, the guy who's over CBS, they were trying to, like, the reason that Harvey Weinstein was so powerful because if you didn't give him what he wants, he could literally impact your career.
Yeah.
He could literally blackball you. And I also had to accept something about myself. People are like, Kev's a gatekeeper. I am. For Kev on Stage Studios,
At 100.
I am a gatekeeper because I have to be the biggest decision maker on if we accept something or not.
It's kind of in the name.
It's literally like, and I kind of shied away from that because I wanted people to be like, nah. But people think I'm a gatekeeper for any brand and every brand. Like that's the funniest thing about the sketch thing. It was like Kev should have called HBO. If I had HBO's number, I would have said redo season 8 of Game of Thrones. This is how I want to use my power. I was invested, and after season 6, I didn't like it. Season 4, it peaked. I want y'all to go back, make George R.R. Martin tell them how it ended, and go and fix 5 through 8 because it was a progressive downward trend, and it ended terribly. Yeah. And also clarify the Sopranos ending. This is what I would do, and bring The Wire back.
And you would have your own show.
You think I wouldn't do that first?
You wouldn't be like, I have the power to call them Kev on HBO.
Buy something from the app and make us give us enough money to fund the app for 3 years.
Yes.
Right? This is what I would do with my one phone call to the CEO of HBO. But that's when I realized people see me very differently than I see myself. And I need to understand that perception because it needs to shield how I feel and the lens in which I see the world. So again, These last 2 years have been very important in my growth.
Yes.
And you know, it's like when Floyd was fighting Shane Mosley. He bop. He got stung a little. I was like, oh. But now I'm back on my square.
Man, Xavier Omar's in the chat. He said, anyway, let's just fight these people.
No, I'm not no fighter, and that's another reason. I'm not no street dude, so it's never gonna be violence or nothing like that. Yo, if you know me, you know I ain't no.
Bro, who's got time?
I got children. I'm not finna come home and know if people are threatening to fight me, they will likely win. I told y'all growing up, I beat up Rick and Marquise.
Fat Tony won.
Fat Tony beat me
He
up
was Floyd
all the
Mayweather
time.
in the ring with you.
If Fat Tony was on the tour that year, was doing that joke, and he was like, that's the last time you tell it, let's square up, I would have lost another time to Fat Tony at 36. I am a comedian. I am bad built. I am not a fighter.
This is your whole thing.
Literally, you will win the fight. I will call Marcus. I will call Toby. I will say, you who are strong and are men, come to my aid. I will be Tyrion Lannister. I need a champion. I'm not going to fight these people one-on-one.
And Marcus,
I have a bad shoulder and a bad knee.
That's why we got ammo. We don't fight no more either.
And also, I do have that. Don't trip. I'm not no punk, though.
Oh, yo,
like
if you
about
pull
like-
up to the crib, it's a different story.
Well, you don't even want to do that. But if you pull up, I'm
You
not
can't-
going
well,
out
you-
like no
well,
punk.
you can't get in, so it's fine.
You know,
But-
if I'm gonna get socked, but I'm gonna get my attention. I feel like if I went to fight somebody, there is the biggest chance of what happening is me re-tearing my ACL or throwing out my shoulder on the first punch. I can't even hit you with my left arm.
Absolutely, just the shoulder check at the beginning to know that
Angel,
it's
we like,
on.
what's up? The fight is over.
That's it.
I'm done.
That's it. I'll be like, no.
You gonna win.
Goodness. This
Like
was a-
Charlemagne ran when they tried to jump him. I am taking
You
off.
better. Run, Kevin. Drop the purse.
Run,
I'll get it.
Forrest. I'm running, breaking the braces up.
I'll pick up your purse. Just keep running, Kevin.
So it's not something I wanted to happen. You know, everything that happened from this summer to this and rumors and this and that. But now I know what it is. So I can't be surprised again.
No.
Right. And we off that. Like I'm focusing on the people who rock with me, my friends, family, my audience, and people who pay for them tickets in Boston. They got the show of their life.
They did.
I don't ever let the people who pay. I can never let it affect my work and the reason you love me. Because there was a grandmother, her son put her on the train from Maine down to Boston. She got a room at the hotel.
Yes, you did.
People are spending more than just the ticket.
Yeah, they're
right. People
yeah.
are spending the travel, the hotel, the parking, the food. Y'all, I'm not gonna let this stuff sway me. So where people who support me, who really
Right.
support me, I just need to. It was a rude awakening that everybody ain't rocking with me. Everybody don't like me. It ain't never gonna be like that. People want stuff to be true and let it be. All right, moving on. Speaking of celebrities, Lamar Odom fought Aaron Carter randomly.
It was the sloppiest fight.
Y'all gotta look this up.
It was I have never seen anything sloppier than this. Did Aaron know that he was at a fight? Did he know?
Did you see the beginning? The whole fight is on YouTube. Please do yourself a favor and watch it. Lamar Odom is 7 feet tall.
Right.
Aaron Carter looked 5'7". He was listed at 6 foot. I was like, there's no way.
There's no way. There's no way. He looked frail. He looked like he just came off of like Shameless, one of these shows about people
Like Baby Yoda fighting me.
Oh yes, it looks so bad.
Listen, this is okay. So we were talking about celebrity boxing because of Floyd and Logan Paul, right? And the fact that Josh sent me a video of a gamer fighting, and this one gamer, I think it was FaZe Clan.
Yeah, his dude Jarvis.
He knocked somebody out, and he looked like he'd been boxing forever. Because you know, real boxers, when they knock you out, they're almost always throwing another punch. So he hit him with a right cross. I'm talking about through the face, and the dude's knocked out. He was still throwing the left. So the fact that boxing, it's always about interest. I don't know who's interested in Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. I didn't even know that fight was happening until literally 3 minutes before. Somebody was like, y'all seen this flyer?
It just, ugh.
I thought it was fake.
It
was
wasn't.
real.
I wish it was. It looked like amateur porn, you know, where you just like, what is this angle? Oh, is that supposed to move like that? It just was a lot of things that I wish I could have unseen. I really don't like that boxing is turning into this.
You don't?
I don't.
Here's my thing. I don't really care because boxing, like comedy, it's a self-cleaning engine. Like people will decide, okay, enough. And the promoters are only going to promote things that actually sell.
Yeah.
Remember Butterbean?
No.
Big fat white dude. He used to be fighting everybody. It was utterly ridiculous. Apparently, Kim Kardashian boxed somebody on one episode of her show. Girl was socking the crap out of her.
Yes.
I want to say one more thing about the last thing before we move on because somebody just commented. Stage crew, single me out, Josh.
Oh no, what's happening?
Here's what I don't want y'all to do. Y'all just do what I do and avoid it. Don't go into these people's comments and defend me. Just leave it. I love y'all. Whatever comment y'all feel like, we're gonna defend Kev, take that same energy and come and comment something positive on one of my videos. Don't pay it no, never mind. Don't send it to me. Don't comment. Don't attack. I'm never gonna be the person that says stage crew sick them. Go and blow up their comments unless it's like I'm on a celebrities podcast and show you where we're at. But it's only positive things. But never go and attack on my behalf. Y'all don't got to pull up. When we was doing parody music videos and y'all were like, yo, Kev, that type of stuff is fine. Show them we here, we out here. But don't go and attack on my behalf because then I got to answer for that. And I'll be like, bro, I don't never tell my audience to do that. So please redirect your energy to positive things. All right.
That is a request.
Here's a real interesting thing. Now,
Wait a minute. Are we off the boxing? Because I want to go back.
Go back.
There's something that I enjoyed about the art of watching two people who were really well executed.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part of boxing that I liked, is that, like, you're seeing two people who are really efficient and professional about it. And there's something about just throwing these random celebrities in that just makes it way more barbaric than what boxing already is. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fantastic point. And that's why I'm not like paying for those fights, right? And you really see, when you watch those fights, you see the skill of boxing. Yeah. Because them people, when you don't know how to box, the way they throw punches, they be like, woo, y'all look like y'all don't know what you're doing.
They don't.
Because boxers, when I took boxing for a little bit just for cardio, and there's so much mechanics to it. How you hold your hands, how you step, punch. When people don't know how to box, they're always like, and that's why they tire themselves out.
Yeah, it hurt too.
And when you're good, like when like when Canelo fights, and it's just like, you see it. Like, you know somebody's going to get knocked out sometimes a round or two before. Yeah. You see him, he getting gassed out. Canelo knocked this dude out, and he had thrown that punch 7 times before. Mm-hmm. And I said, when he hits him with this fight is over. Yeah. And he hit him, and he didn't hit him in the face. He hit him in the side, and that dude was like, no, he did hit him in the face because he broke his orbital bone. Ooh. I said, Canelo been throwing this uppercut. Ooh. If he catches this, it's over.
The pressure that it takes to break it. My friend got hit in the face with a baseball bat at a full swing, and it broke his orbital bone.
Woo!
So imagine that as a punch in a glove.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That dude was like, I'm not coming back out because you literally broke my face. You broke a bone in my face if you broke somebody's orbital bone.
It just, I don't know. When you have two professional people, even though it still has a little bit of barbaricness to it, it feels less barbaric because both people are coming in hopefully well equipped. When you have these amateurs that are just celebrities that need a check, it feels like a dog fight. It feels like you are waiting to see someone.
Barbaric is a great word.
Yeah, it just doesn't. And I know it's not supposed to be real, but it doesn't feel right. It just feels
And the
wrong.
other thing about it is, here's what I don't like, and I agree with you about this. It's a dangerous sport.
Very.
You can get really hurt.
Long-term damage.
Long-term damage. If you don't know what you're doing and you could accidentally hurt somebody for life. You don't have to be a professional boxer. If you catch somebody and you hit them right, you can get, you see $1 Million Baby? She was a boxer. What happened to Hilary Swank, by the way?
She chilling.
Hey, she got them 2 Oscars, and then she was like,
she got money. She fine.
She was just like, all right, and then she'd take years off.
Because she can.
That must be nice.
When you got that type of money, you could be like, I want to take 5 years off just to discover myself. Just that I
Would you
can't
take
even-
that off, or would you work?
Oh, I'd take it off if I had that much money. I
You would not, Angel. All you do is work.
I would have a lot of hobbies. I would have a lot of crafts and a lot of cocktails. That's what I would be doing.
The funniest thing about that show is that doggone theme song. Angel, I'd be cocktail. Why would you do that?
Because it went with the music.
Did you record that separately, or you just made it one day?
I had to try to keep it in my. I was at Transit when they still had the space, and I couldn't listen to the music at the same time because I didn't have my laptop, and I was like, just record it. So I tried to keep the rhythm. It wasn't perfect.
With no music?
Yeah.
That's an angel. Welcome to Crafting Cocktail. Do, 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 do. So here's an interesting thing.
What's
LA
up?
just reopened today.
Back outside.
It's open. What they talking about?
This is what
What they say?
Gavin Newsom, who's on the verge of recall. Good morning, California. It's reopening day. We've administered over 40 million vaccines.
Amen.
Now, no more social distancing, no more capacity limits, no more colors or county tiers, and if you're vaccinated, no more masks.
No.
It's a good day. We had lunch in Boston. I think they're fully reopened. The waitress came to our table and she didn't have a mask on. And I said, hey, I see your mouth.
I see your teeth and your
I hadn't seen somebody in the service industry or any business that I've been to in a year, more than a year, without a mask on. I was taken aback. We got into this hotel and there were 7 million people in there in the lobby. There was a full conference. Lanyards.
Yes.
Nobody had a mask on.
We nostrils out. Just
Raw
sniffing
dog in air.
Oh,
No
absolutely.
condom.
Oh, they were out here. And then Kev got yelled at by the service, the guy driving us. He said, pull your mask up.
He sure did. Because I was in the back of the SUV
Yeah.
and I was drinking water and I just moved it and I was holding the water and I was taking another sip and I was daydreaming. He was like, hey, put your
that
mask up. I was like, oh, my bad. Because I want my protection as well.
Yeah, but I was like, what is y'all's mask mandate? Because we can't tell.
Listen, I think, look, I've been buying tickets for this tour. Airline prices are out of control.
Yes.
I'd be like, bruh, I'm talking about, I went to Rome. Literally, I'm going to Nashville this week for a event. The tickets that I bought for me and Josh were more expensive than when me and Melissa went to Paris, London.
Jesus.
I'm talking about by like,
Jesus.
I think when we first, because we had bought our tickets to London a long time before we went, it was like $800.
Wow.
Now we was in a regular seat way back.
You don't do that no more.
This doggone, I'm talking about double
Ew.
to go to Nashville.
But you also like to fly directly into places. I'll be like, get me somewhere close. Drop me off somewhere close. I'll get the rest of the way. That is me.
Listen, the airline was like, oh, y'all didn't travel last year? Bet. 2 flight prices for everyone.
It
We
hurts
get our
my
money back
feelings.
in blood. How are you? How are you personally feeling about basically? Because you know that because when they say no mask, you're vaccinated. Nobody's actually checking that.
No.
So unvaccinated people are also basically being like, there's no mask mandate. Period.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Because I know you was a little touch and go.
I am still touch and go. I mean, right now my kids ain't with me, so I don't have anybody to worry about. So I ain't gonna really be policing nobody. I'll still be in a mask because it's not that big of a hassle. I'm not going anywhere that often. I'm usually in my house, and if I'm not in my house, I'm at a restaurant. Then I unmask when I sit down to eat.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a huge like, oh, in my life, because I work here
Yeah.
with no mask on. You know, there are people who are at work all day with a mask on. So for them, I can understand them being like, freedom. But for me, I'm like, when I'm on front of camera, I have to have my mask off. So
Yeah.
I don't spend a lot of my life masked up. And I'm usually only around people who we hope we know the status of each other based
Yeah.
off of our day-to-day activities. But I mean, if I'm in the mall, I'm wearing a mask. I still feel a little bit of heebie-jeebies if I'm in a very tight space with a lot of people.
Yeah, when we get in the the elevators, and it's already like us 5 who are, I know y'all, and somebody tries to come in, like, hey,
Hey.
why you doing? And I also don't go in if it's like 2 or 3 people in.
Oh no, I'll just wait.
I'll catch the next one, or I'll just wait. But it's weird. And by the way, I want to go back to the airlines. Somebody said, didn't the airlines get bailed out? Yes. The pandemic was started on Tuesday. They had $45 billion on Thursday.
Oh yeah, the airlines are not but taking no hit. They're just like, we want more money.
Well, it's a demand thing because people really want to go. The airlines are like, I know I can charge whatever, and you ain't take no vacation last year.
Yeah, and the airports are packed.
Listen, LAX is a madhouse.
Yes, it
Every
is.
time we leave or return, I'm like, where is y'all going?
It do be packed like that. It is just like, you guys, and the tickets are a lot. I just bought our anniversary tickets for us to finally go somewhere, and I was like, oh, is this the price for it's a one way? And how much to go back? It hurt my feelings. I was like,
They getting hotels too.
oh yeah.
Rental cars gone. They just don't be having. I go to Enterprise. We went to Boston. I went to Enterprise. They were like, no cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I didn't click the airport. Let me go on Expedia. No cars.
None. No.
How? None.
They
Because
said, get a
apparently the rental
skateboard.
people had sold a lot of cars
They
in the pandemic. Like
did.
300,000.
They did. I couldn't get. I was struggling trying to get a car for when I was getting my truck fixed that I got to get rid of. I had to go all the way to Burbank Airport to get a car. I was like, y'all got something? Can I just borrow somebody who flew out and I'll give it back before they get back here?
Borrow regular person's.
Yes, that's what it's gonna
That's
start.
Turo.
Oh yeah, that is. Oh,
Yeah.
wouldn't nobody want to Turo my
Sounds like you
car.
got that DeLorean.
It is. It is. I totally forgot about that. That's a terribly uncomfortable car to be
That
in, by
was
the
just-
way.
it's
It
not
looks
practical at all.
uncomfortable.
It was terrible.
not practical at all.
But yeah, I feel like the reopening was it's abrupt.
It does feel abrupt. It does feel like they're just like, let's do it. I know that I am not a scientist, and the CDC, they say what they say, but the CDC be changing what they say all the time.
Listen, nobody wanted to hear when CDC said vaccinated people don't have to wear no masks. We was like, man, shut up.
And then they're
Y'all,
like,
what y'all know about diseases?
Right,
Y'all
y'all just
better
making
control
up
that.
stuff.
Everyone's gonna be lying anyway. No, I got the vax. Okay.
All right, okay, come on then.
Now the CDC says if you're vaccinated, you can be around people vaccinated or not with no mask. And most black people were just like,
Y'all
but
are
nah,
just
though.
saying whatever. But I just pray that we are seeing our ways out of it, regardless of what these mandates are saying. I'm praying that our numbers don't ever spike again, and that we're not crawling back into the hole that we are slowly but
That's gonna
surely
be
coming
tough,
out
man.
of.
The pandemic. I don't want to do that no more.
It's a lot. I really was thinking about it the other day. I said, we really just lived through the weirdest time ever. Thank God for social media. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for all the technology that was in place while this happened, because think about how much more difficult this would have been had we not been able to connect
I know.
with folk. Like,
I think about that often. You know, us geriatric millennials, and you're Gen Y,
X.
X,
I'm a zennial.
zillennial.
How zennial?
We've been through too much. We had the pandemic. I'm going backwards.
Go ahead.
We had the pandemic. We had September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
We had the proliferation of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Columbine. That was the first time a mass shooting was on that scale that I remember. And I was like, that was 98,
Okay.
I believe. I was in 10th grade. 97, 98.
And you were in 10th grade? Then, yeah, it was 98.
So you were a senior
Yep.
in college?
Can you blur that out, Josh?
You can't blur it out.
What's on that side? I don't really see it.
No cussing. Your comment will be blocked.
Who can't cuss? I can't cuss. I'm going to see you block it.
Who cussed?
Let's see how you block that, Kev. We've gone through a lot.
1990.
I thought it was 96.
99.
It was 99.
I remember where I was standing in high school in El Paso. Like,
I was
this
in
is
college
wild.
then.
This will never be able to happen again. I was just telling this to Josh the other day. This is so sad. Mass shootings, 10 people. It doesn't even phase us anymore. It doesn't phase me. I don't want to speak for other people. It happens so much that it is just a part of being American that's in the news. I remember Columbine, we were like, oh my God, are we going to still go to school? We're going to have security. How are they going to change this so this never happens again? That whole thinking it'll never happen again,
Man.
whoo,
It kept happening.
I'm talking
again and
about
again and again and again.
it happens so much that you just like have to accept that if you live in America, this is a part of life that you just have to accept. I think about that. I wonder if it's like, I used to wonder when my dad was serving in Iraq or Afghanistan, they had like car bombs and it would most likely affect just average citizens. I was like, how do they live knowing that that could happen at any time? And then our mass shootings, like, this is how.
Yeah.
You just accept that.
It's a reality.
And sometimes it touches you. There was one like near Josh.
Yeah, and that one, I mean,
You talking about the club?
yeah, God rest Ron Healis' soul, but his son, I used to go to elementary school with him.
Yeah.
That was, because, I mean, the ones that happened a while back, I feel like everything stopped for a second, but now
Yeah.
it's like, unfortunately, it's like a car accident. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Like a car accident.
which
Some
is
are
sad.
really
It's
bad.
really- right. It's really sad to talk about it like that. But when that one happened, like the city kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Kind of stopped because that was the one that was affected at the time.
Bro,
Yeah.
we had all the Black Lives Matters people having having death on social media. The DC sniper,
Yep.
I remember that. And I mean, I even remember the doggone Oklahoma City bombing and Katrina. It just be like,
There's a lot.
Lord,
There's a lot.
enough already. We can't bear it.
He's like, all right.
Whatever. Sorry. But anyway, I still thank God for everything, my health, my family, my friends, my
Amen.
life. And that's why I always will share my resources, because I always want to know that I never get blinded by money to the point where I ever want to hoard it. I would rather be known for giving opportunities to people than getting filthy rich on my own.
Well, I was going to say with all that, that is the reason why I purposefully try to spread joy and laughter. If I can find the punchline, if I can find the joke, I'm going to say it, just because there's so much that we're having to deal with on a daily basis that we didn't ask for, that just shows up on our front step. And I'm like, if I can just give you some rest or reprieve for a moment.
Because you can't stop the bad news from happening.
Can't stop the bad news from happening. I cannot pause your life. But if I can just give you just a moment to exhale, I'm going to try my best to give it to you.
And that's what we focus on. So thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Patreon, we love you. App supporters, we love you as well. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.